Weatherman.
You thought we forgot about you, but we are running late. It is Blasted or Stash It. Now I'm going to intro music. Bum, bum, bum.
What's the intro music?
Bum, 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 bum.
Look at what's happened to me.
Where are we?
I can't believe it.
We're going streaking. They're going streaking, Drew. What's your movie quote?
Hold on. I'm having some technical difficulties. All right. I've got a movie quote. It's from 1994. It's from a movie that has been a comic book property at one point in time or another. And the quote is, "Well, I'm not going home. I'm going to get on my boat. I'm going to go upriver, and I'm going to kick that son of a bitch bison's ass so hard that the next bison wannabe is going to feel it."
Oh, that's got to be Street Fighter.
It does have to be Street Fighter. It is Street Fighter.
Oh. Moving on to Pocan Joe. Got a quote?
My quote's from 1991 from a movie franchise. See, women need to have a reason for having sex. Men, they just need a place.
That is true. Mike, you know that. You got to know that.
I don't know shit. I'm tired.
So Jaws 4.
Jaws 4. Yeah.
1991. It's from City Slickers.
Oh, I just watched that too recently. Damn.
I've never seen City Slickers.
You've never been camping, so.
I've never been camping. You're right.
It's just odd.
I'm an indoor cat.
Mike.
Hey.
You're up.
All right. Guess who we got in the chat?
Guess who we got in the chat?
Oh, let me take a guess.
All right. Go ahead. You could guess first.
Is Count Von Strange Roman numeral in the chat?
He is, and he guessed Street Fighter, so
sweet.
He wins absolutely nothing.
Is Jason Smith in the chat?
He stays in the chat. We don't even have a show up. He's in the chat.
He stays up in the chat.
Also, we got Funk Off Comics Miss Explained, Astral Games. I saw Funk Off in here, and that is it. Shirtless Comic Hunter.
Chad just jumped in as well.
Chad just jumped in. He said, "What's up, Double S Comic Reader? What up to Pokemon Joe?" My quote
What's up, nephew?
2001.
Clear his throat.
I did. A Los Angeles Police Department narcotics officer was killed today, serving a high-risk warrant in Echo Park. LAPD spokesperson says the officer is survived by his wife and infant child. Shit gets deeper. You get the picture?
God, that sounds so familiar.
Does sound familiar.
Is that Beverly Hills Cop?
It is not Beverly Hills Cop.
Especially is it by chance Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Yes, in 2001. Double S Comic Reader got it. Training Day.
Gotcha.
That's a good movie too.
Movie.
Do you like to get wet?
Mine is from. God, I should have looked up the year, but most everybody should get it. It is a horror comedy movie. That's we're in October, so I'll do some horror movies. Klaatu, Barada.
What?
Klaatu, Barada.
Army of Darkness.
It is Army of Darkness. So you're trying to get the Necronomicon. The Book of the Dead, bound in human flesh, inked in blood. Moving on from our movie. Have you seen that, Drew? Have you seen Army of Darkness?
Yeah, I've seen Army of Darkness.
Bruce Campbell, that's a good shit right there.
Yeah.
You're up.
It's way better than City Slickers.
It probably is.
I'm in a unique position here, guys, where I don't know what actually came out.
We'll yell at you if you were wrong.
Did Spider-Geddon #1 come out this week?
Last week.
Yeah. No, this week.
Oh, I didn't pick it up, so I didn't know. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Good. Spider-Geddon. Spider Gideon #1 here, as Chad likes to say. I'm a big fan of this Spider-Verse crossover. I think we're going to be getting good things out of Christos Gage's story. I really like the art in here as well. Slot's doing a great job with this. I picked up the connecting variant. Been picking these up from the 0 issue, so hopefully I'll remember to do that for each and every issue. I probably won't. I'll have to go back and get another one. But yeah, this is a stash. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, ABS read Spider-Geddon this week. Pokemon Joe, did you read it?
I did, and I got the coolest cover of them all.
Oh, I can't see it. Oh, I can move my chat window so I can see it.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, I'm digging this too. I read 0, and I was like, I don't know if this is something I'm really going to get into, and I don't want to be that guy that badmouths comics all the time. So I picked it up on a hunch, and I was surprised. Like, I didn't really understand the story because I didn't know the first Spider-Geddon stuff that happened on the edge of the Spider-Verse, but I got caught up, and then a lot of this started making sense. So I kind of like it. I get where the bad guys are coming from. It's pretty cool that they're popping out.
Mike?
Of course I read the fucking shit. And
I know you read that.
Fucking close to my pick of the week. This one, we get Miles Morales versus the Volturions, which are like minions of the Vulture. Who cares? The Web Warriors show up and tell Miles, the Inheritors, if you don't know who the Inheritors are, they're like vampires that feed off spider people. And someone's using their tech and they need his help. Then it flashes to my new favorite Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, taking on Count Nefaria. Otto threatens to kill all his family. It's pretty fucking cool. Web Warriors break into Otto's headquarters to destroy his cloning tubes. But they are, yes, his
taking his man pieces,
hey,
cloning tube.
Hey, keep your hands off my cloning tube.
I think I'm gonna call it from now on.
Hashtag E2.
That's my cloning tube. Keep your way.
But the Inheritors end up coming back and seem to kill Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Man UK. This was a blast to read, but it was a stash. Yeah, it was a definite stash. So I loved it. Loved it.
Mikey with the twist.
Yeah,
it came out.
A nice Shyamalan of the panel. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go on record as saying I don't like the Inheritors. I think Morlun is stupid. I think as far as like spider totems being a thing, that's pretty dumb in Spider-Man continuity. But I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I think that them offing some spider people right off the bat was pretty cool.
Just the wrong ones. They did not need to kill spiders. Wow, they could have killed any. They could have killed that stupid pig spider thing.
Spider-Ham? Oh my goodness,
Spider-Ham's been around forever. Shout out to
amazing. Spider-Ham's amazing.
Saying taking on that WWE 2K19.
The Woo edition, right?
Yep, me and him both got the Woo edition. I better not do that too loud. I might wake somebody up.
And you're gonna get fucking flare chopped.
You might. Okay, I did not read Spider-Geddon this week. I did read Wonder Woman 56, the continuing story of The Witching Hour. I didn't get a chance to read this one last week, so I read it today and read Witching Hour, that follow-up today. Good stuff. I actually enjoyed this a lot. Wonder Woman's finding out a lot more about the powers. She tried to tell the Justice League, but she didn't want to tell them the truth. You know, I guess that was on the last issue where she took her hand off the lasso of truth to, so she could lie, I guess. So it's been pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing where this is going to go with this. Definitely good stuff. What's that?
Was that a shiny cover?
That's a shiny cover. Yeah, that's that cover.
I missed that.
The Jenny Frieson cover was pretty cool too, but I like that one better, I think. That's the Putri cover there. So, I just read Wonder Woman number 56. By the way, that's a stash for me. So,
are we keeping score? Tally that one down.
Big shout out to Jock Yo came in here saying, "Hey guys."
Who's going? Anybody else read
Who's going?
Wonder Woman?
No.
You
No.
didn't read it, Drew? Okay, we'll go with the Pokemon Joe there. He's reading it.
I read this. I enjoyed it. I picked it up because I went ahead and picked up all the floral covers this week, mostly for the show, because I really like it. It's not gimmicky like the 90s where it's a little subtle. But I went ahead and read the story, and I liked it so much that I went ahead and picked up the previous issue as well.
Mm-hmm.
Really, because it kind of makes sense once you do that, part one and the part two. But I enjoyed it. It made sense. I liked the tie-in with the Justice League Dark, and I've been enjoying that a whole lot as well. I'm kind of digging that little thing there. And I'll be honest with you, anytime you got a chimp walking around with a sword, that's kind of badass. I dig that.
Detective Chimp. Yeah, it was pretty funny. He was talking about driving that car. They're going to the island to... he's like, what am I talking about? I'm a talking shrimp that drinks or something like that. And he's pulling up like, this is not weird at all, you know?
Yeah, right. And I also like the fact that they're like, hey, look, a beautiful, beautiful unicorn. Capture it.
Yeah. Take its blood.
Awesome.
Let's go to Mike. Your first book for the night.
A book that I don't know when it came out, but we did pick it up at Baltimore Comic-Con. I finally read The Sound of Thunder, or A Sound of Thunder, which is the big graphic novel from the band A Sound of Thunder. This is pretty good. If you like the old school heavy metal magazine, give it a try. Each song from this album is a story in this book, so I thought that was pretty cool. So that was a stash. I don't know when it came out, but look them up online. Do you want me to do a book that did come out real quick?
Sure, we got a couple new people in the chat, too. We got 18 people watching currently.
18 people?
18 people.
18 people?
18!
Not anymore.
Uh-oh. Who'd we lose?
No, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Probably.
Let's do Avengers number 9.
Yes, let's do it.
Did Joey get a haircut? Because he's kind of looking like John Cena.
Oh, wow. That's hot cookies.
That I hate John Cena, and that is not a compliment. So.
Oh, you thought the things you like mattered.
They used to. Avengers number 9. First off, this has got a ton of sharks in it, so I'm already sold. We get Namor. He's vowing to destroy the surface world again. He's got his panties in a bunch. He actually kills Stingray, or seems to kill Stingray. Avengers try to talk some sense to him. At the end of this, we actually get a new Defenders team. It's not what you think. I'm not going to spoil it. We get some Ghost Rider in some type of whale creature's body in his stomach. It's pretty cool. I haven't read an Avengers book since like number 2, but I was sold on this one. So this is a stash as well.
Now, in the previews this month, they have the new Defenders. They have Namor. They have...
and you're going to spoil it.
What? Everybody? Oh, whatever, Mike. Whatever. Jump to Drew first, and we'll go to Joe. Drew?
Yeah, Avengers is great. Jason Aaron is killing it. Where we get Namor being more badass than Aquaman could ever hope of being. Hope of being.
Okay.
He could never hope to be as badass as Namor. They're turning Aquaman into a bro, and he still can't be as badass as Namor. Namor is he comes at the Avengers, and he pretty much can will his way to victory under the sea. He gives them a little bit of a consolation prize and lets them get out of there with a little bit of their dignity. But this isn't over for Namor, and we're going to see more of that coming up in the future, hopefully. Really badass. I love this. This is my stash of the week.
He looks a little effeminate there, doesn't he? I mean, he looks a little... No? Whatever.
What are you threatened? Are you threatened?
No, I'm not threatened. Joe said a little neat, a little What'd you say?
Emo.
Emo. Yeah, that's right. I almost said
I think
Nemo
he's
because we're
pretty.
talking about under the ocean and shit like that. But no, we're not there. What
He's
you
pretty,
think? Yeah.
but he's also tough. And he's got wings on his ankles.
Yeah, it's
So,
not
there's that.
manly.
You got wings on your ankles?
No.
All right, then shut up.
Wow. At least he's not wearing those little swim trunks again. At least he's wearing a full get up there. Okay, go ahead, Joe. Sorry, we're
comfortable with his
giving your
bulge?
time.
No problem. I read this too. Thank God for the Battle Lines cover because I don't really get into Nemo or Aquaman or any of the fish whisperers. But I will say this was a good story. The Defenders of the Deep, or whatever the hell they're calling themselves. I do want to find out a little bit more about that. It will be one of the first times I've been interested with anything underwater in comic books. And I go back, I preface this off of, remember any superhero cartoon back in the 80s where they tried to do something with the water guy and it was like one episode all season long? That's how I always kind of looked at Aquaman and Nemo. Very little goes on in the deep. But they did a good job this time. I may go ahead and follow it a little longer. I'm going to stash it for about 2 more runs. If they don't impress me, I'm probably going to dump it after that.
See, Namor rules because he just shows up and he steals nerds' girlfriends. That's like his whole deal.
He's been after
He's like
Sue
He's
Storm
like
forever.
Reed Richards, you're a nerd. I'm going to take your girlfriend. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out with Namor for a while. And nobody thought anything of it. They were like, yeah, well, that fish dude, he's got some he's got a nice swimmer's build.
Yeah.
Of course she's going with him.
There's something kind of fishy about that guy. I can't quite put my finger on it.
And some ladies like sushi a little more than others.
Okay.
There is something fishy about him. His fingers. He was hanging out with Sue Storm.
Wow.
What?
Whoop. Okay, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about it. Venom number 7. So this is kind of a filler issue, kind of in between that last story arc and going into the new one. A lot more backstory in here. We get I think it's the ultimate Reed Richards in this book interrogating Brock? Not Eddie. I was thinking Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I got wrestling on my mind. This kind of little backstory on it, trying to fill it into what's going on and what's moving up forward to the next story arc. Kind of a really slow issue by comparison to the last arc, but still, it's good nonetheless. I'm going to continue to pick up Venom. Definitely, almost one of my picks of the weeks for sure. So that's a stash. You get the secret tongue variant? No, you didn't.
I did.
You got that one. Oh, okay.
We'll be here in 2 weeks. I'm getting it CGC'd and signed.
Signed on the tongue?
Right across it.
Drew, what'd you think of Venom this week?
Yeah, I'm digging this. I like the fact that they kind of took it back to basics with Eddie. I like the Maker as a villain. I think he's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean Stegman's art keeps impressing. I did pick up this cover here, the A cover, I believe. Grab the Marvel Knights cover as well as what I think is probably the best Battle Lines variant so far. The Venom.
No, what about the Ghost Rider one?
What's up?
The Ghost Rider Battle Line variant one.
I didn't see that.
That came out like 2 weeks ago, or last week. That was badass. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't seen that one.
Nope.
I might have to dig through it and try to find it so I can show it to you. Damn, that was a good one. Joe, what'd you think of Venom this week?
I liked it. You want to talk about just an outright emotional roller coaster. I mean, everything Eddie Brock's going through emotionally. The Maker does make a great villain. The art's on point, and I mean, all the different variants they have for this have been kind of tight. Like, there's no garbage variants. I like it. This is definitely the kind of cover you don't want Scotty Young doing. You want badassness.
Here you go, Drew.
That's it.
Oh, damn. How did I miss that?
I don't know.
That's probably been one of the best freaking those battles.
What the hell is that going for right now?
That's the cover price still. I don't think anything shooting up on that at all.
Oh, well, I gotta find it then.
That Cho variant though, it's definitely not some of Cho's best work. That's one when Venom's holding Spider-Man down. You know, I love Cho's work, but it's just I don't know about it. It's not the best Cho cover I've ever seen. That's for sure.
I don't think it's impressive.
No, I don't think so either. It looks a little too unrefined. Doesn't look very tight. And, you know, it just doesn't crisp and clean. What's that?
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it doesn't look crisp. You know, it looks kind of just not quite on point for Cho stuff. You know.
I thought that the Stegman cover was the best looking cover out of the three. I actually picked two of them up. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I figured any of them go up. This is going to be the one.
That tongue one, that secret variant one's that's already like $15-20, I think.
I got lucky with it. I picked it up for $10 and from Comic Mint, and they could get it signed and CGC for me, so I just went ahead and paid to have all that done in one shot.
Mike, you read Venom this week, right?
No, I actually missed out on Venom this week.
What?
Then my fucking work's got all my shit screwed up.
Oh man! Go ahead and give us your next book.
Oh,
since you didn't have no Venom, no Venoms.
No Venom. Let's do my worst pick of the week. We'll go to another X-Men Black book. Fucking Mojo. So, right off the bat, we get fucking Mojo hanging out in New York trying to get a date. And I'm fucking
with a body
done.
like that, I wouldn't doubt it. It'd be hard.
And I am fucking done. Are you fucking kidding me right now? If Paul was here, he'd fuck Marvel all over this fucking book.
Yeah, they can close it right in the middle of the book, you would. And they
This
close
is a
it and then put it back in the bag.
I didn't even finish reading this fucking ton of crap. The Chinist is in the fucking chat. He said, "What's up, everybody?"
What'd you think there, Drew?
I like it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought that if you went into this expecting this to make any sort of sense or have any sort of tie to continuity, then yeah, you'd be really disappointed in it. I thought that it was kind of hilarious. It was Mojo getting dating advice from Blob or whatever the fuck his name is, Glob, and
Blob.
Yeah, and it was funny. It was written by Scott Aukerman, so if you like comedy Bang Bang, if you like that kind of humor, might be up your alley. But yeah, it is what it is. I like the backup though. The apocalypse stories actually.
Oh yeah,
fucking cool. Yeah. I'm really actually digging that. So yeah, it laughs for the Mojo, all for the lols.
Oh
yeah, I'm stashing that one.
What'd you think, Joe? Did you pick it up this week?
I did.
And
garbage, absolute garbage, dumpster fire, blasting this book. Horrible. When I get a book that highlights villains, I want the villains to do some bad shit. Like I want it to be their sickest story. I don't even care if it's an origin story of why they became bad. I want, when I see the villain on the cover and it's X-Men Black, I want to see horrific damage done. And all I got was, I can't get a date. I'm in a coffee shop. I'm awkward, and my friend's ugly.
He's fucking walking around in a trench coat, fucking this big fat.
And he's got spider leg chair, and he's still picking up bitches, man. That's pretty awesome.
They could have done so much with this because Mojo is actually kind of a bad villain if you read the old comics. Like, he is kind of a sadistic fuck for anything for ratings. And what did we get out of this? I can't get a date. I'm sorry. This is definitely a blast. I'll even do a video of me setting this thing on fire with a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, I bet you Joe was there doing a little blocking for him.
Probably. Probably. Joey's just got a problem with people trying to get laid, man. That's all it is.
That's not what it is.
The blocker.
I didn't get a chance to read that. I'm kind of glad that I didn't now. Okay, Oblivion Song number 8, the Ocho. So in this book here, so we have what's the main character name? I really got to take notes. I say that every week, but I don't take notes. I'm a dumbass.
I don't. I don't ever remember his name.
Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes, bitch.
Negan.
Well, the younger brother is in jail. His wife is coming in. She gives him one of those darts, lets him go into oblivion, so he can get out of jail. So he ends up going to oblivion, getting the dart, and injecting himself again so he can get back out into the real world. Ends up hooking back up with his brother to go back to oblivion. His brother's dead set on being there, not being in the real world anymore. And so now they're both all back on that adventure, trying to steal the equipment back from the government because they're going to try to weaponize his equipment. So they're going to steal that, and then he and his brother's headed back to oblivion. I don't see where this could be a continuing story. I mean, to me, it seems like there's not a whole lot more they can really put into it. I think it just feels like it's like a mini series, like 12 issues and done. But I mean, I don't know what else they can go with it. Maybe they can spin off and do the older brother and his time in oblivion and the stuff he's going to encounter there. So it's been on the verge of getting off my pull list for a while now. But I'll finish the arc out and go from there. So it's a soft stash for me. Drew, Oblivion Song, number 8.
Yeah, I don't know if I could disagree with you more. I think that we're midway into the second arc, and it's really picking up and going a lot of places that I wasn't sure it would. I'm a big fan of them getting together to pull off the heist. I'm a big fan of him basically saying that he needs to get back to Oblivion. That's where he feels like he fits in. I think that that's probably not going to happen right away, and I think that that's going to be a crux of the story going forward. But yeah, I'm excited where it's going. I think the art is still fantastic, and yeah, there's enough intrigue to keep me reading it, and probably one of my favorite stories going right now. So definitely a stash for me.
Anybody else read Oblivion Song this week?
I have it, but I haven't read it yet.
Joe, you didn't read it either?
Nah, that's like the one comic book I didn't get.
What about The Faceless?
We're not there yet. We're still in the real world. We're not going to Oblivion yet. So I think when we get there, we'll figure out what the hell's going on with them. So we'll see.
Maybe
the Faceless will be making their way into Philadelphia. You never know.
Okay, Joe, your next book.
All right, I'm going to pick an oddball here. It was all around just a fun book. It was Albert Einstein and the Time Masons.
I almost grabbed that.
Who?
Albert Einstein and the Time Masons. Right there in the beginning, they tell you this follows every comic book trope. You got a midget mad scientist, a tall blonde with big boobs, a hideout with technology in it. You got disposable henchmen, and then you got Albert Einstein with his magnificent Magnum PI mustache, running around shooting everybody up to fix the timeline. We don't really know what the Time Masons are. All we got was shock and awe. He's dressed up like Han Solo with his Magnum PI mustache, and basically just following comic book tropes in the beginning there with little wisecracking involved. I like it. Like it's not a serious comic book. It's just a fun comic book to read with a lot of ridiculousness in it from one of our geniuses of our times. I'm going to stash it for at least 2 more, and we'll see where this takes us. When it starts getting stupid, I'll probably set it on fire and forget that it ever existed.
Anybody else read Albert Einstein and the Magnum PI stash? I take that silence as a no.
Funny story about that, Huey.
Yeah, I guess you didn't. But you did read what, Mike?
I was gonna say, C Woodward 19 is in the chat.
Oh, hey, hola, senor. Your next book, Mike.
Oh, let's do Devil Within #1.
Oh, you bought that just for that cover.
I bought that because it's lesbians in a haunted house, a stash.
Is that your whole review?
That is my whole
Done.
review. Done.
What else do you need?
No one else bought that?
No, I saw it,
Nah.
but I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, you're alone on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, since Joe's
It's-
did one.
In all actuality, it's a pretty good ghost story. Check it out if you like haunted hospital.
Lesbians.
Yes, haunted lesbians.
Haunted lesbian.
Strangers in Paradise?
Okay,
Scissors from hell.
since Joe talked about a book nobody read, and Mike talked about a book nobody read, I think I'll talk about a book probably nobody read. Maybe Drew did. He'll tell me a funny story about it when I'm done here. It
Maybe.
is. Give me a second. I'm even up on the screen. There I am. Hello. How are you? It is. Oh my goodness. Phantasmagoria. Number
What?
1.
Is
Not-
that based off the movie?
I don't know. Is it?
No.
I don't know the movie.
I don't know.
Phantasm?
I know Phantasm, yeah, but it's not based off that. That's for sure.
No.
This is in jolly old England, and opening to a big old murder scene. And there's a woman running out of the building, and there's a gentleman following closely behind her, and she runs into some other people saying, "Save me, please,
Is
save
that
me."
story about bongs?
It might be about bongs. You might pick it up then, right, Drew? Come to find out, she is actually a witch or being or whatever, and this goes through story. It's not. I mean, it's Halloween time. I mean, that's the only thing. It's saving grace, but not something I'm going to pick up again anytime soon. So definitely a lot of tropes in here too, like you were talking about, the stuff that you would obviously see. You know, like that. There's the bad guy that's in jail, but you need his help to solve this. You know,
Yes.
kind of a Silence of the Lambs kind of thing a little bit too. But this is a blast for me. I picked it up because it was out there. Did you read that, Drew? Or are you going to tell me a funny story?
I'm not going to tell you a funny story,
Okay.
but I didn't read it either.
Yeah, I figured it.
Can I talk about a book nobody else read?
Yeah, sure. If you got one.
All right. I'm pretty sure nobody else read Bully Wars #2.
I didn't.
I have
Oh, you
it. I
did?
haven't read it. I have it. I haven't read it yet, though.
Oh, okay. I actually picked up all 3 covers of Bully Wars #2, including this fantastic Scotty Young. He is not drawing this. He is writing it, and he is doing the layouts. If you're a fan of Scotty's work, I suggest you check it out. It's pretty great. It's about a bully that learns that he is not the toughest bully, and he's getting the nerds to help him overcome the other bullies in the Bully Wars. So it's
I wouldn't say help. I think it was more blackmailing.
yeah, kind of. It was, well, I mean,
It was blackmailing.
we all get help how we get it. So
how do you find
yeah,
it?
they're having a nice adventure here, and I'm enjoying it. Definitely Scotty's level of humor. If you liked I Hate Fairyland, or if you're enjoying his work on Deadpool, or you like his Rocket Raccoon stuff, this is definitely right up his alley, and something that you'll enjoy if you like that stuff. So check it out. It's stash for me.
So nobody else read it this week, though, right?
I did.
You did. Oh, okay.
I did, and I'll be honest with you. I had to go with the Scotty Young variant just because of the way the story reads. It's just a fun, great story, and it needs a fun, great cover. Like we said, Rufus is the bully. He gets a little help from his nerd friends. He was a hotshot in middle school. He was the bully, and then he finds out real quick that he's not the bully. And come to find out, there's some sort of bully competition to decide who's the bullies at this school. It is funny as all get out. He literally blackmails his way into the competition. If you just like a good, funny book, something to read on the toilet, this is a great thing to read. It really is.
That's where I read all my books.
On the crapper. You have your squatty potty there with you, Mike? Your little squatty potty? Do you know what that is?
No.
You don't know what
Yeah,
the
you got to
squatty
put your
potty
feet
is?
up, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta put your
dude.
feet up, man. It slides right out. It slides right out. There's no work to be done.
No,
Squatty Potty is a revelation.
it is.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, Google Squatty Potty. You know, you poop more naturally. You know. Mike, you're up with your book.
What I like to do is I like to stick my finger up there and kind of use it as like a plunger.
Kind of just scrape stuff out. God, dude, remind me never to shake your hand again.
Oh my God, what did I sign on to?
Yeah.
Oh man!
Kind of a scooper.
I don't know, Joey. You're here as his boy, so it speaks to you as deeply as it speaks to him.
Yeah.
Now Jason says, "What the?" Okay, Mike, what's your next book?
Don't knock it till you try it. My next book is
I ain't trying it, so.
oh man,
I think we just lost two
doing?
viewers.
That's okay. What if? I guess this is number one.
What
the
if you
Punisher,
use your thumb?
It starts to hurt.
Does it? A little too much.
Oh man, I didn't see that cover anywhere.
This is what if Peter Parker became the Punisher? I really had high hopes for this book. I thought it'd be a little bit better. Basically, normal Peter Parker origin story. Instead, he becomes the Punishing Spider. We do get to see him take out the Sinister Six, guns them down. At the end of this, he gives up on being Spider-Man, blah, blah, blah. And we see Frank Castle picking the suit up out of the trash and actually becoming a Punisher. Like I said, I really had thought this would have been better, but it's just a semi-stash for me.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I absolutely love the Spider-Man Punisher costume. That combination of the black spider suit with that big old white skull on the front. That was probably my favorite part. It really doesn't end any different than if he was just plain old Peter Parker. He still kind of has his own morals, toward the end of the book. So it was okay. I don't think it was great, but
It could have been done a lot better.
It could have been, yeah. It's kind of cool though to see him take out this Sinister Six and with no remorse. So, Drew, you're holding that book up.
I am holding it up, Huey.
Yes, you are. I'm assuming
I read it.
Good.
I have some thoughts on it. Would you like to hear them?
I'd like to hear some thoughts.
Okay, I thought that the idea here was fantastic. I thought the execution left a lot to be desired. Art wasn't terrible. Story wasn't bad. It just it could have been so much more. But that's the way a lot of these what if books have always been. Just weird twists on things to give new artists and writers really a chance to try things out. And that's really what we're getting out of this what if stuff. And I'm kind of excited that we have some middle of the road yet creative storytelling going on here. At least give some people a chance to flex their creative muscles. Not one of my favorites this week.
Didn't the old what if issues, weren't they introduced by the Watchers or like one of the Watchers?
Yes.
Yes.
So they're not in these at all though.
The Watcher is dead.
Oh, that's right. Well,
It's
one
the
of the Watchers, not all of them.
Nick Fury, the old Nick Fury.
The Unseen.
The Unseen.
Oh, okay. But I mean, he was. I mean, the Watchers were the ones that introduced him in the old timey ones.
Yeah, I just bought a bunch of them today. Some old ones.
I like that they're doing the reprints.
Oh, the what ifs. Yeah, I got a few of those.
Yeah.
Joe, did you read the what ifs Peter Parker became Punisher?
I read it in the comic book store while I was waiting for something, and I decided not to buy it. I'm sorry. The story just, I didn't get it. They could have done something so cool with that concept of, the good boy Peter Parker and just the anti-hero Punisher. Like they had a great opportunity to mix those two characters really well together, or maybe make Peter Parker lose his mind and just kill everybody. But instead, they again, like I said before, it was kind of just this middle of the road, kind of cool. Like they were looking for cool, but it just missed the mark for me. And I didn't bother buying it once I read it. I was like, I just can't get into this.
I do like the homage cover, the Zek style covers.
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, that's the cover I wanted, but they didn't have any fucking.
Yeah.
So I got the action figure.
I like that action figure too. Kind of want him to make a Punisher Spider-Man Marvel Legend.
There you go.
Make your own. These little
You
white
make
out.
your own.
Yeah, what kind of time do you think I have?
No. You have how big a stack of books you got this week? You read?
I read a whole bunch.
Well, there you go. That's time you could have been making your own Punishing Spider-Man. Okay, moving on.
Fine, I'll do it.
Fine. I'll just do it. This is probably my pick of the week right here, and that is Captain America #4. Absolutely
Really?
love that cover. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I do wish again, this is one of those pictures I wish it was a little more crisp. I do love this cover here. Nice Alice Ross cover. So Cap is going in to save Sharon, Agent 13. She's being captured. That's just some cool ass fight scenes. Throwing propane tanks around, blowing stuff up. Taskmaster ends up showing up, and they're brawling back and forth. He talks about he can see he's already fought Moon Knight, Daredevil, and Hawkeye, and so that's just kind of cool. They're having a big old battle. Now, at the end of the story, too, it continues on with that battle still raging between Taskmaster and Captain America. That's some really good stuff. My pick of the week. Cap's coming back, baby. Anybody else read Cap this week?
Yes.
I read Cap this week.
I did too.
Oh, a full house. As my friends over at Longboxer say, that's a reading rainbow. Everybody read it. Drew, what do you think of Cap this week?
Yeah, I can't find it in the stack of shit over here, but yeah, I read it. I thought it was pretty good. I like Taskmaster. I like the fact that he's kicking the shit out of Steve. That's pretty awesome. I like the fact that they're calling back to the Brubaker run with the Sharon Carter stuff. Yeah, and beyond that, I'm just really surprised that I'm liking a Ta-Nehisi Coates book. So, yeah, I'll take that as a win.
Joe, what'd you think of Cap?
I loved it. Like, this was seriously my pick of the week. Didn't need a whole lot of words. We finally find out who the lady that's kidnapped Agent 13 was. I got this beautiful Ramus variant. I also got the Kirby remastered pencil variant coming. Had to work a little dope deal for that one. That's going to be it.
Hell yeah.
But I've always been, it's the great thing about Captain America is if it's a crap book, it's a good cover, right? If it's a good book, the covers are always solid. They're always militaristic. I like that. I like my patriotism. But inside the book, you really don't get a whole lot of Cap's talking in it. You just get him doing what he does best. Throwing a shield and crushing skulls and getting to the bad guy. And Taskmaster, I think that's going to be epic in the next issue. If you're not reading this, I don't know what you're doing. This is classic comic book telling right here. I think it's great.
Mike?
Yeah, you guys said enough. Stash that shit.
That is that cover you got there. That looks like the Brubaker run with that the way the title is and stuff.
That's the Marvel Knights cover, right?
Yeah. But didn't during that Brubaker run wasn't the title like that? The trade dress up top.
Yes.
That cursive.
Yeah. The same type of cursive.
Not all the way through, but for
and I'll tell you what, when these other variants that I got for this comes in, I'll I'll tell you what I'll start doing is I like to collect my rarer variants. I'll start bringing those on, even though they may be a week behind, just so people can see the variants.
Yeah, cool. Jump on to Drew in your next book.
Let's talk about Infinity Wars number 4. I'm liking this stuff. I think that Duggan's doing a great job. This is a connecting variant here. I picked it up. This Thanos is on it. Badass. I have the regular cover around here somewhere. Yeah, I dug it. I think that it's pretty cool stuff. Big fan of what's going on with them splitting the heroes that were stuck together. So we get Emma and Wolverine split up. We get Kang and Ms. Marvel split up, and all these characters are going to serve their purpose. I was excited to see that, and moving forward, I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm on board for this. It's stash.
We no longer have a mini Hulk anymore, do we? Don't
No.
they get split up?
No more Ant Hulk.
Ant Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, Ant Hulk's gone. But that was pretty cool too. It's the Hulk, but he was just little and angry.
Joe, did you read that this week?
I did read this. I loved it. I got this beautiful cover with Wolverine in his, and Emma Frost, and then Ms. Marvel and Kang together. I liked it. One criticism for it, though, I don't think they should have separated them. I would like to have seen what they were able to do as these double.
As soon as they split Kang and Ms. Marvel, they're like, Ms. Marvel, you're exactly what I need. And he's like, wait, I'm fucking Kang. Does anyone not realize I'm Kang?
Yeah.
He's like, wait a second, this is just some chick that can grow a fist, right? I get it. I thought that would have been kind of cool because honestly, Emma Frost by herself helping the team, if she had claws, it would be that much better. It just seemed like they were losing something there, but I'm not knocking it. That's just the only criticism I have for it. It's a great story. I've been enjoying the hell out of this. And the little spin-offs from it, too. I've been loving those as well. Plus, we got 2 more spin-offs coming from this. I think it's a great book. Pick it up. Definitely a stash.
I'm stashing it. Yeah, stashing it. Get a little Phoenix Force. You guys didn't mention that. Yeah, the Wolverine Phoenix. I don't know. I got snagged. Diodato art is fantastic. Stash all the way.
And we're getting the new Guardians of the Galaxy spinning out of this, and it's going to be awesome. With Donnie Cates.
I'm going with Plastic Man, number 5.
You're still picking that crap up?
I'm still picking this crap up and still enjoying it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I'm digging this because it's just a fun story. You got the rogue Scarlet that was once a villain trying to do the right thing, and he's trying to fight baddies, and he's trying to take care of a kid, and finally he's like, you know what? I love this kid. Sold services. He caused to foster people on the kid, but we finally find out who the Cabal is. I know this isn't probably one of the best things to read out there, but this is just something fun to read off on the side to see what kind of stupid shit he'll say and what kind of stupid stuff he'll do. Plus, the art's not that bad in it. It's pretty solid.
Anybody else read Plastic Man this week?
Funny story about that.
Mike, your next book?
Let's do my pick of the week, which is Immortal Hulk number 7. This is basically the Hulk taking out the whole Avengers team, takes out Ghost Rider, takes out Thor, fractures his skull, takes out Tony Stark and the Hulk Buster. At the end, they fucking shoot a laser from space and destroy him. And at the end of this book, I'm gonna show you guys the fucking end. He is dissected in aquariums.
Oh, I saw that picture
right there. So I thought that was pretty awesome. So I guess they're trying to keep him from regenerating. I don't know. We'll see next issue. But finally, the Hulk is good again. Yeah, Stash pick of the week right here.
That run has been so up and down for me. I decided I was going to stop picking it up. But now I got to go pick that one up.
Yeah, he just totally demolishes the whole Avengers. He's like, fuck it. And he's talking shit while he's doing it, too.
Okay, so I guess we'll kind of do a lightning round here. I'll start with the last two books I read this week. Catwoman Blast, other than the cover. If it's our Germs making those covers still, or like cover B, I'll be picking them up. This is a $10 book, Cursed Comic Cavalcade. I picked it up one because it is kind of getting a little price bump. That's going for $18-20 on eBay, so I went in and grabbed it. My last book I did read, nobody probably read this because I got it because of the story that I used to read to my daughter all the time. Anybody ever had kids that read this book, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus? If anybody know that story? No? Okay. So this is Mad Presents Don't Let the Penguin Drive the Batmobile.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So I grabbed this just a little bit of nostalgia, just because I used to read the book to my daughter all the time. You know, it's a kid's book. You know, Batman says, "Hey, do you want to watch the Batmobile? Make sure Penguin doesn't drive it." You know, finally that meddling menace is gone. You know, and Penguin's freaking out because he wants to drive the Batmobile. You know, and he's trying to convince you, the reader, to let him do it behind Batman's back. So good stuff. The other books I did not read this week. Spook House 2, number 2. Didn't get a chance to read that bad boy. Picked up this one just for the cover. The Red Hood Outlaw Putrid cover. Suicide Squad 47, the Matina cover. Grab that bad boy. That's kind of a cool cover.
Nice cover.
Amazing Spider-Man number 7. Didn't read Avengers. We talked about that. Detective Comic 990 on a silver or a little chromey cover. And then Grim Tales of Terror 2018 Halloween special. Little meat and potatoes for Mike.
I have that.
So those are my Flash Round books. Drew, what you're on your Flash Round books?
Yeah, I got a lot to get through because, like I said, I picked up 2 weeks worth of books this week, so I don't know what is what. But Deadpool number 5, this cover right here, this what the hell is it called?
Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah, Garbage Pail Kid cover is pretty badass. Scotty's writing this, so good stuff. Enjoying that. X-23, I think that was last week. That's a winner right there. Stashing that. Batman 56, stashing that.
That's last week, yeah.
Yeah, that was last week. Detective 990, we're stashing that. Apparently this came out last week, so this is my pick of last week. Umbrella Academy number 1. Love the Gabriel Ba art, and this is exactly what Gerard Way should be writing, not Doom Patrol, because Doom Patrol sucks. Scooby Apocalypse number 30. This is still good. Color me surprised. 30 issues in, and the Scooby-Doo book about the zombie apocalypse is still awesome. I don't know when this came out. Amazing Spider-Man number 7, but more awesomeness here. Liking Spencer and Ramos together on that. I don't know when we're getting what's his name, the artist from the first arc. He'll be back eventually, but who knows when. Nightwing number 50. This was forgettable, and I don't know what they're doing with Dick moving forward.
Well, I don't know what they're doing with Dick either.
I don't think they know Dick about what to do with Dick right now, and that's disappointing. 49 pretty good issues of Nightwing, and now he's setting fire to his costumes. So whatever they're doing there, I don't really care. Probably dropping Nightwing. Paper Girls number 25. This is really starting to ramp up. I don't know how much longer this is going to go. Probably one more arc, if that. Yeah, Brian K. Vaughan's masterful writer, and always seems to pull it together and make something out of nothing. And I'm excited to see how that wraps up. This was last week, apparently. Magic Order number 4. Yeah, that's always a stash for the time being. Animosity number 16. Haven't gotten to this yet, but we'll see how that goes. Old Man Logan 48. Glad this is ending soon, so I can stop picking it up, and I'll have to pick up Dead Man Logan until that's over, whether it's good or not. But yeah, this has not been good. That the 2 more issues or some shit. Jesus, I can't believe I'm still buying it. Shatterstar number 1. I actually like this. Most people, I think, did not.
I liked it.
I kind of dug the way it was built like an Exiles team, way better than the Exiles currently is. So, but yeah, I'm digging that. Some Mojo-verse stuff in there that was taken more seriously. You got Grandmaster kind of taking over the Mojo-verse, so that's kind of cool. As Guardians of the Galaxy, this spinoff has been really great. I'm excited to see how this ties into Guardians moving forward. The run of Guardians is going to be hot, so make sure you guys are up on that. Donny Cates is writing it, and we're getting a whole new Guardians team with the Cosmic Ghost Rider on the team. So be excited for that, because everybody's going to be picking those books up. So read up on what's going on beforehand. Iron Man number 4. I don't remember when this came out. I didn't actually remember reading it, but he's making out with a wasp, and I kind of remember that happening. But yeah, that's okay. Slot's definitely doing a better job on Fantastic Four right now. Death of Inhumans, close to my pick of the week. This one's really killer. Kate is giving you something more to chew on than just the death of random Inhumans. Apparently, there is more to that story. We get an M. Night Shyamalan style twist in this. It's kind of like Mike's review earlier, where he was like, it was a blast to read. It was a blast to read, and it was definitely a stash as well. Really dug it. Doctor Strange. They had an opportunity to do something really cool here where Doctor Strange came back from space to fight Doctor Strange. They screwed the pooch on that, and this was really dumb. 6 issues, and I'm out. Mark Waid, I'm sorry, Doctor Strange. Consider you dropping Doctor Strange. That was shit. Quantum Age. This is a spinoff of Black Hammer, a futuristic take on Black Hammer universe. Really good stuff. Stashing that. Weatherman number 5. The art remains consistent. The story remains exciting. Got to be picking that up. Also, Crowded number 3. Yeah, the same here. Really liking the art style, and the story's a lot of fun. So we'll see how it goes. And that's about it. I did pick up some other stuff, but I don't know where the hell it is. So I'm not going upstairs to find more shit to talk about.
I almost dozed off there. Joe, what else you got this week?
I got full. So we'll run through it. We got Curse Comics 5. I'm going to tell you right now, from Gotham to the Edge of the Universe, nothing but good stories in here. Normally, I don't like collected stories like this, but these are great. Spider-Man number 7. This is just proof that Boomerang is the worst roommate ever. Everything from getting Peter Parker into a bar fight to talking about his feelings. Farmhand, Miss Jenkins punching at least 3 people in the face. A lot of cool stuff going on here. Great series, good stories. Project Superpower, got this beautiful variant. Also have the Masquerade variants coming in a few days. Great story. This one kind of lowered my expectations a little bit, but every now and then in the series, you got to kind of do the boring stuff. X-23, quick note on this, Honey Badger finally got her birthday cake.
It was a funeral cake. That was awesome.
Right? Suicide Squad got the foil variant on this because I like the way it flashes in the sunlight, and I'm like a fish. Everything other than that, the rest of it's garbage.
Yeah.
Catwoman, another foil cover, another garbage book. Bring back the 90s, please. Nobody asked for it. Detective Comics, again, another flashy cover. Nothing going on. However, flashy cover. Love the way they did the cover on this, because if you turn it the right way, the eyes are the only thing that light up. This is Supergirl. And that's the only cool thing about this book.
Oh, that come out this week?
Yep.
Yeah, I picked that up too. I just didn't have it in my stack.
All these foil covers did. Spider-Man, something actually happened.
Superman
might die again. That's it. All right.
God, you couldn't pay me to care about Superman anymore.
Right. Went ahead and picked up both of these Hawkmans. Went ahead and picked up the silver variant because, like I said, all the foil variants were there, and I was feeling guilty for reading comic books in place not buying them. That's it. But this Hawkman story is actually pretty cool. Him and Captain Atom meet up in the microverse because that's where his investigation has led him about his past. He's trying to figure out who he is. Some oddball books that I picked up. The new Black Knight.
What is this?
Meat and potatoes going on here.
Hashtag that shit. Hashtag.
Unfortunately, garbage story. I don't know if I can show that one on air. We'll get to that one last. All right, and Wrong Earth, since I was suckered into buying the first one, and I was like, oh, that's a cute comic book. I bought number 2, and guess what? Garbage. So, and last but not least, I got the risque version of Zombie Tramp. I'm covering up boobage right now. I don't know if that's something I can show.
Your whole screen went black.
You can show boobage.
Boob.
Oh!
This guy wants to have sex with dead people, but he doesn't want them to be dead. So now he wants to have sex with a zombie.
Yeah.
Necrophilia?
Man, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Right. But he knows about this girl. So now he's trying to do whatever he can, learning spells to manipulate the past. Also, just a quick flash forward, some rare variants that I got. I went ahead and picked up that one. That was kind of hard to find in our area, but I was able to get it.
Was that the Virgin?
Yeah, the Virgin variant of X-Men Black #1, Magneto.
That's pretty.
I went ahead and picked up Arkham Dreams, this unusual variant by Jim Lee. This is probably the best variant cover for Asgardians of the Galaxies you can possibly find. Anytime you got that neon green with the thing opening up, that's pretty cool. Cosmic Ghost Rider, got that beautiful variant. And then my pick cover of the week, Typhoid Spider.
Comics Misexplained. Necrophilia.
Yeah.
Crazy one. And
long potatoes.
The Long Ranger variant as well, Virgin variant as well. That is actually kind of cool. I like that. And then, of course, the Superior Octopus. That beautiful
I like that.
25 variant right there.
That's my boy right there.
That's awesome.
And we have some great variants in the mail coming. And real quick, before we move on to the next person, since Comic Misexplained is in here, congratulations to Comics Misexplained and Catran and Comics with Bueller for being recognized over at Comic Tom 10 or Tom Comics, whatever his name is, 101. You guys were kind of the shout out that day over there. Congratulations.
I got a shout out on there too.
You did, yeah.
No, not yesterday, but it was like a couple weeks back. Yeah.
Wait, who's this guy, and why doesn't he watch me? Oh wait, I don't make videos.
Well, I got in his live show tonight before our show. I was like, hey, we're going live because he had like 180 people watching. You know, trying to get people to kick over here, but and I even invited him to jump over to chat too. But it is what it is. Mike, how about you? Lightning round. What are the books you get this week?
I only have 4, unlike these cats over here.
Woo!
Amazing Spider-Man #7. The stuff with Boomerang is finally ended. One cool aspect of this book, the new villain with the centipedes, I don't know what his name is yet. I don't even know if he has a name. He actually makes the Kingpin bow to him at the end, so that's pretty cool. What the fuck? Is that Xena?
Yeah, Xena's swallowing her spit. Hold on.
Well, at least she swallows.
Oh my god.
Detective Comics 990, pretty good stuff here with Cobra and them busting into GCPD. Two-Face actually saving Commissioner Gordon. Great stuff, I thought. X-23, good stuff. And Suicide Squad #47, a throwaway book featuring my least favorite Suicide Squad member, Captain Goddamn. Gag reflexes.
Captain Goddamn, who's that? I never heard of that character.
Captain Boomerang. Just a filler issue to the next story arc. So that's all I got.
I do have a couple other books there. I don't know. I asked you guys in the chat earlier if you did Walking Dead Day. Picked up any books there. I got a few of the blind bags. Nothing much. I was going to give one away, but I couldn't. I just had to open it for myself. So, this is the Walking Dead Day for the Astral Games. I was talking to the owner. He said only 185 stores nationwide participated in this, where they can get their logo of their store on in front of one of the reprints of the Walking Dead 15th anniversary. So, I got two of the number ones, which was number ones were Finch covers, and I also got two number 100s, the first Prince of Negan. So if you didn't know about the Walking Dead, they have like a color trade, a color virgin, a black and white trade, and a black and white virgin. As far as I know, the virgin ones are a little rarer than the trade dress ones. So I ended up opening up both of 100, which is the first Prince of Negan, and I got the color trade or color virgin of that. So that's pretty cool, pretty badass. And then the second one, I got the black and white virgin of that. So.
Oh, that's much nicer. I like that.
Yeah, so it's pretty badass. Like I said, that was such a badass cover. I'm like, dude, I got to open that second one to see what's in there. And I also have the Virgin number 1 color, the Finch of number 1. So I think that's it for books, Mike.
Shut your fucking mouth. Are we there?
Yeah, we're there. Go ahead,
All
check
right.
your funko mouth. Talk about it.
Funko mouth. Shout out to Jeremy, Trinity Entertainment. He's in the chat. Just popped in here. All right, I'm going to run through this pretty quick here. Overwatch fans are getting a couple of more Halloween-themed pops. Pretty Halloween. They're going to be, unfortunately, Blizzard exclusive, so you got to go to their website to grab them. You're getting Mercy. She's kind of on a witch's broom. Mercy. And Zenyatta. And that was Zenyatta. I don't know who she is or whatever. But she looks sick as fuck. I want it just because. So, the latest Predator movie. I know me and Joey were in FYE the other day. I mentioned it to him. All the Predator pops are getting vaulted due to a licensing issue. So grab them while they're still on the shelves. I know Joey, he grabbed a few of them. 10-inch Pikachu's coming soon. New South Park pops are hitting stores soon. Harry Potter pops are coming soon. Sirius Black is Doug, which is bullshit because it's just a repaint of the Pops pet line. It's just a repainted dog. What else? A couple new Crash Bandicoot pops, Aku, and Coco Bandicoot. More Stranger Things pops are coming. We're getting 11 in the Burger t-shirt, and Mike at the Snowball Dance, and 11 at the Snowball Dance, and more Riverdale pops. And that is all I got for news. I did pick up 3 Funkos this week. Spider-Man, since he's getting his own book, and it's a world featured in Spider-Geddon. I picked up the Spider-Man from the PlayStation 4 game, so grab that. I picked up
You beat
Alfred.
that yet, Mike?
I haven't beat it yet. No. Started playing WWE 2K19. I got to go back to it. Picked up Alfred.
PS4 or Xbox on the WWE?
Xbox.
Sorry.
Alfred Hitchcock. He's pretty cool, black and white. And if you look close, he's actually holding the Psycho movie slate.
Yeah.
So, I picked up that, and last but not least, Guillermo del Toro. So found him at FYE.
He's not fat enough.
He is not fat enough, but it is pretty cool. So those are the 3.
He's a grimace-looking mother, you know. He's just kind of very triangular shaped, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a whole lot of angles on the guy. It's a lot of roundness.
And that I am up to 925, 75 more to go to hit 1,000. Then I'm going to sell them all. And,
all right. If 75 of you guys can send Grandpa a pop.
Yeah, 75. So just send me some.
How many people are watching right now?
Not 75.
There are 15 people.
Okay, and I
everybody
need you
send
guys
the
all to
exact
send him
same
5
pop.
pops.
Everybody find the same $5 pop and send it to him.
You
That
gotta
would
go to
be 5 of them.
Walgreens and see Spider-Gwen. Fucking, I was in 2 Walgreens before we went out to dinner today. I stopped in 2 Walgreens. Fucking, they don't have shit.
JoJo's Comics in here too.
JoJo's Comics. Captain Goddamn Pop.
Drew, did you get any pops or anything this week?
No, I'm trying to catch up after my Comic-Con expenditures.
New stories waiting for me. How about you, Joe? I don't know. Do you collect Funkos? You may pick up a few here and there, but I don't know if you're really a big collector, are you?
Yeah, my wife's the big collector in them. I have the only pop that really matters, and that's MacGyver. There is no other pop other than that.
It better be the Richard Dean Anderson MacGyver, not that new MacGyver.
He's even holding the little Swiss Army knife.
Oh, is he?
Hand.
Sweet.
The greatest one ever.
I had a toy-related thing to talk about, and I don't think I do.
Nobody wants to see your Shrek finger.
I don't even know where my Shrek finger is right now. It's somewhere.
We all know where your Shrek finger is right now.
I use it to scoop poop out when I'm going to the bathroom. Sorry.
Oh,
we went full
we do
circle
have
on
little
that.
news to come up.
We do.
Me and Spectacular Spider Grandpa were talking at dinner tonight over some beers in front of the wives, and we decided that Chicago is going to happen. Comic-Con in Chicago. It's going to be
yes.
confirmed. We're going. So we encourage everybody, we're giving you enough notice. It's the end of March. Start saving up your change and come on down and meet the Blaster or Stash It or just all of us together, because the comic book community is funner after the cameras go off.
It certainly is.
I'm still up in the air if I'm going or not. I got to figure it out. So,
Time to sell some of that collection. Get it on eBay.
That's it, I think, Mike. For
shut your fucking mouth. Comic Core. Mike, what do you think of Spider-Man's new costume from the new movie Black and Red? I have no clue what you're talking about.
You're talking about the new Spider-Man Homecoming or Spider-Man movie that's coming out. They showed pictures of the new Spider-Man costume.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I have not seen it yet, so I have no.
When is
opinions.
Black and Red ever a bad combination? I mean, I saw the preview or the stuff that's been going around on YouTube about it.
Let me see if I can.
It is actually pretty cool. I know I liked it. I know the question wasn't directed to me, but I have a horrible habit of butting in. You can ask Joe or Drew. I'm really good at that.
Yeah, no, he's good at very few things. That's on the list, though.
So, real quick, I'm not sure if anybody else has the DC Universe app downloaded. I went to download a trial. Apparently, I was really tired, and I went ahead and signed up for the damn thing. So I did watch Titans episode number 1.
What did you think?
It was okay. I don't think it was great. It's probably taken me a little bit to get into. It's a lot darker than like any of the WB stuff, for sure. I'll have to watch another couple episodes to kind of give it a really good assessment. I mean, it was okay. It didn't really keep my attention very well, but it was okay. I don't know if anybody else watched it. Did anybody else watch it?
What about the rest of the app, the rest of the streaming where you can get the digital downloads and all the other stuff on there? Are you enjoying any of that? Because I'm kind of been contemplating getting it myself, and I don't know if it's worth my time.
I went through to check out the comic books on there and stuff like that, but it wasn't really anything that I would do on there. I'd just be mainly there to watch the shows. Like I was watching Batman the animated series. I was watching a couple other DC Batman Under the Red Hood. I watched Batman. What was that one that came out in the 90s? The animated series. Was it not Phantasm?
Mask of the Phantasm.
Mask of the Phantasm?
Yeah.
Curse of the Batwoman.
Yep,
Yeah.
I watched that. So, I mean, it was okay, but they don't have a whole lot of content still on that app. So, I would definitely hold off if you haven't got it yet. Hold off another couple months, see what's going to go. But nobody else watched Titans?
I'm waiting for them to put it on PlayStation or Xbox.
The app?
The app, yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping the app would already be on there. I just watched it there. I just watched it on my laptop. But the other thing that we're going to talk about, I think everybody now has seen Venom. Am I correct?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Drew, what do you think of Venom?
Oh, you really want to start with me?
Well, okay. Joe, what do you think of Venom?
All right. So the first, I would say 30 minutes kind of seemed like very lackluster, very boring. Luckily, I had some alcohol and some food in front of me. But then after that, I think once you kind of got into the motion of the movie of the symbiotes and how they can work together, Eddie Brock and him, once you got past the sad, piss me story, it was actually pretty good. Like it sped up really quickly. Started off very slow and then it sped up. And then once it got on that train, we got a female Venom that happened in it. We had a funny story. We had an alien that didn't understand and wanted to bite people's heads off. Didn't understand why he couldn't. And it was kind of like the running joke throughout the whole movie. That I liked. That was funny. And the action in it and the way they CGI'd everything, I thought just made sense. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up only because I don't want to judge the first 30 minutes of it. I understand that in the movie you got to set up a story for people that don't understand the comic book portion of it, but after that it took right off, and the end credit was awesome. We're going to get a Carnage.
Mike, what'd you think of Venom?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I wish Spider-Man was in it. I know we talked when they first announced it how the fuck they're gonna do a Carnage movie or a Venom movie without Spider-Man. They tried. It wasn't a bad movie. I wish the main villain was someone different. I thought the humor was a little bit too much at points, but I thought it was pretty decent for what it was.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. He kind of mumbled his way through a lot of stuff. I loved him as Mad Max, but it seemed like it was just the same character pretty much. A little darker in Mad Max, not so much humor. But I don't know. To me, Tom Hardy just did not fit that role very well. It was okay. I don't think it was the best movie ever. I think it would have done better as rated R. There were quite a few things that they could have done. Like when he bit somebody's head off, it was like all of a sudden the body wasn't even behind him. I was looking for the body, looking for the blood. There was no body, there's no blood, there's no nothing. They really can't probably show it in PG-13. That stuff would have been cool to see, I think. You talk about the end credits? I hated the end credits.
Oh, yeah.
Hated the wig that freaking what Woody Harrelson was wearing. Like, dude, you could have just given him a short buzz. He looked too much like freaking Carrot Top. I thought, oh, Carrot Top's the next villain. Sweet. He's going to pull some props out. He's going to show, all these things on stage. He's going to scare Venom away. I don't know. I just thought that was really lame looking. I think Woody Harrelson would be a good Carnage. He's a great actor. This did not fit for me. Drew?
I think
I
think the only way Woody Harrelson would actually work as a Carnage, as the villain, is if he brings back that natural born killer character. That's the key there.
He almost seemed like the guy from Kingpin with hair.
Munson.
He's just gonna Munson the movie up. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna Munson it up. Okay, Drew, are you ready? Are you ready to give us your rant?
All right, hashtag going in on Venom. All right. This movie was not good. I told you guys it wasn't going to be good, and it wasn't good. Anybody who's apologizing for this movie and saying, oh, I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, you could have a lot of fun with it if you turned off every inch of your fucking brain Oh my God, it was bad. There was not one line of dialogue that was delivered with any sort of aplomb for emotion whatsoever. The best part of this movie was Rez Ahmed as the head of the Life Foundation, and he just became uninteresting halfway through the movie when he became a symbiote for no fucking reason whatsoever. And then he still needs Venom. Why? Why does he still need Venom? The Venom symbiote is in the movie. Yeah, it's in the movie a lot more than I thought it would be. But total screen time when you're not obscured by fog or something else, the Venom symbiote is not in the fucking movie. There is a scene where Venom fights Riot at the end. Spoiler alert. There's a scene where symbiote fights symbiote, and it looks exactly how you'd expect a movie that costs as much as this movie cost to make. It's exactly how you expect it to look. It's a blob of CG with teeth over here, and then a blob of CG, and then teeth over here, and then blob of CG, and it's like minutes. And then after that, Venom burns up but doesn't die. And then Michelle Williams, who's an Oscar winner, she's won an Oscar for acting. She won an Academy Award. Okay, and she's yes, she delivers this line here. She says, "Eddie, I'm sorry about Venom." Like, it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. This woman is the top of her craft, and this is all she could do for this movie. Tom Hardy mumbles his way through this in the worst of accent speech affect I've ever seen him do. Every decision that his Eddie Brock character makes is nonsense. Every decision that he makes once he becomes Venom is nonsense. It's all stupid. Throwing the Bride of Venom in here it's just shoehorning some other bullshit into it that didn't make any sense and didn't need to be there. The relationship aspect with the boyfriend who's a doctor, and we keep sending him back to the hospital, that was dumb and a waste of time. The fact that Spider-Man's not a part of this was a waste of time. The fact that they throw away the fact that the only surviving astronaut at the beginning, his name is Jameson, that's a throwaway line. It's just a waste of time. Making a Venom movie without Spider-Man is an absolute waste of time. Is this the worst movie ever? No. I can think of a lot of movies that are worse than this movie. Batman v Superman is worse than this movie. Suicide Squad is worse than this movie. Justice League, probably worse than this movie. This movie is on par with some really, really great comic book movies. But unfortunately, those movies are Spawn and Blade 3. This is not a good movie.
I like Blade 3. I don't know, man. Go ahead, sorry. Interrupt the rant.
It's not a good movie. Sure, is there some stuff here to like? Sure, yeah, of course. But like, if you saw this movie, you're like, this is okay, and you saw it on cable, you would think that it was made 10 years ago. It's just, in the day and age of Iron Man, this does not stack up. It certainly does not measure up in any way, shape, or form to what's being put out there by the better movie studios. Yeah, are you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm tired.
We boring you, buddy?
Me too. I'm tired of fucking Venom. And as far as Woody Harrelson goes, oh my God, that was the worst job I've ever seen Woody Harrelson do in anything. I will not get out of here. There's going to be carnage. No, fucker, there's not, because they're not making that movie. Because even though this one made money, it got shit on by every single critic. Drawing 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, you've got to be kidding me. Get back in the lab and do something that fucking rocks. Why are we doing this? Oh, is Craven the next movie? Then why isn't Craven in the fucking post-credit sequence? We're just throwing anything at the wall, see what sticks. That sounds exactly like what Sony's going to do. This was terrible, and it needs to go away.
You know what? I agree with you a lot of what you said, but there's going to be a Venom 2, and Carnage is going to be in it. Hate it if you want, disagree with it, but Rotten Tomatoes is not the industry standard.
It certainly is.
It is not.
Nobody cares
about about.
We're getting
Rotten Tomatoes and what they think about a damn movie. They thought Brokeback Mountain was a good movie.
It was a good movie. It won Academy Awards.
I don't care.
You should. It's a good movie.
A lot of shit movies win Academy Awards.
Why can't I quit you?
I wish I could quit you, Huey.
Yeah, I know. So, wow, that went off on a rant. Last thing
we were going back to Baltimore there.
There was a very, very wonderful part of my theater experience. And can I share that with you guys? No, I didn't have any beer at the theater. Yeah, so before Venom started, we got the extended trailer for Into the Spider-Verse, which looks amazing. Amazing. We're talking John Mulaney as Spider-Ham. You got to be kidding me. I want this movie now. I need this movie now. I need Miles Morales. I need more Spider people. Bring them to me now. The Kingpin's going to be in it. He looks badass.
You need to wait. You'll just trash it the moment Rotten Tomatoes tells you to.
Nope.
Wow.
Rotten Tomatoes doesn't tell anybody to do anything. It's an aggregate site.
Are you going to throw up?
It takes everybody's opinions and it aggregates them, which means it compiles the data for you. Therefore, more people thought it sucked than didn't. Therefore, Rotten Tomatoes is a measurement of the internet's opinion.
The internet.
I did pick up this. I always buy.
We're on the internet right now.
That's the. I picked up the Venom popcorn tin. I thought this was kind of cool. So, anything like this with the movies, and they have these special limited edition ones. I always buy them. So I got the.
It's going to be worth millions.
Millions.
Some kid's going to go to college on that.
Yeah, my kid could. The other thing I didn't want to talk about real quick. It's not really
Hobo's going to take his shit in a bunch of those.
It probably did. I did pre-order Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if anybody else here played the first one. You played the first one?
I did.
We're gonna posse up.
Yeah, we can go grab them by the posse, and then we can go play that game.
Can you get posse?
You might be able to. I don't know. They're adding a lot of things to it. So, yep, I pre-ordered that. So that'll be here 26th. I think that's when it comes out. So I'm looking forward to spending whatever hours I don't have playing that game for sure.
Demolition Man Taco Bell cups.
Yeah, we need some of those too. So, anybody out there who is picking up that Red Dead Redemption 2, look us up on Xbox, because you have an Xbox, right, Drew?
Yes, sir.
And then Mike has an Xbox.
I have both. I go
Joe,
both
do you
ways.
play video games?
I also go both ways.
I have a PS4, and basically I just run around and play shoot 'em up games, and I like shooting 7-year-olds in the face.
So Black Ops?
Yeah.
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty, Black Ops, that's about it. And Battlefield. I played
Battlefield. So Jason says get an Xbox. Maybe he'll be in our posse too. You posse up, go take on other posses. Play with each other posses. I don't know.
And go to the bar
their orientation first.
Invitation first?
Jason Smith, he's got orientation tomorrow.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
and, I like oil.
Well, that's a story for off air. I got for that. Okay, so we're gonna go to wrap this baby up. We're running an hour and a half long.
Davis comic finds.
Yeah,
real quick. If nobody's busy in Hampton, we have a Comic-Con coming up here soon. It's in the Hampton Coliseum. It's not one of your bigger ones, obviously. But Hampton has some pretty cool places to hang out, some cool comic book stores over that way.
But last year, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there.
Oh! Glad your mic just squealed.
But we have some stars coming at this one. It's going to be pretty cool. Maybe we'll do something over there and we'll put it up on the channel. We'll see what's going on because, again, it's always funner when the cameras go off. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yep.
What's the dates on that?
It's the second to last weekend of the month.
Okay. I think I've got a wedding that weekend.
I'm
already off work.
Are you getting married? What the hell do you
No, I'm not getting married. It's an open bar, Joe. What are you talking about? What do I care?
Come on down. We'll give you an open bar.
It's open bar, and women that are depressed that they're not getting married.
I'll just cock block it. I'll come up there.
Yeah. No, sir. You are not getting the address.
You get the address, get the date. Joe's going to show up. He's going single, or you're not going +1. That's for sure.
Fucking teleport right in. Just be like, nope.
Nope.
So we're gonna go to wrap this up. Drew, last minute shout outs.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Jason Smith, good luck with the orientation tomorrow and getting an Xbox or whatever the hell you're doing. Shout out to my brother from another Comics Misexplained hanging out in the chat. Comic Core as well, Chad hanging out there. Lots of good people stopping through and saying what's up. Check out that Patreon. Get us some walking around money. Let my pockets jingle. Get yourself some cash prizes. Not cash prizes, but comic book prizes.
I got an update on that next week too.
Yeah, next week we got an update on that. I just got an update that next week we'll have an update on that. And if you're on Xbox and playing Overwatch, check me out. We'll get some Junkenstein's Revenge on, so hit me up on Xbox. That's all I got.
Joe, do you have any shout outs?
Joe?
Shout out,
sorry. Everybody in the chat room, thank you for welcoming me to this. It's been great. I think this is my first official Blaster Stash It crew sit-in. It's been an honor, and I'm having a great time doing it. Thank you all. Somebody messaged me earlier, do I mind the Pokemon or Pocahontas jokes? I do not. I grew up with that stuff. That's fine. Again, thank you for letting me be a part of this. I'm having a great time, and it's just a bunch of cool people, and that's all I really want.
Yeah, because we ain't making any money.
No, we ain't making money other than that Patreon money.
Getting that walking around money.
Yeah,
Joey doesn't give a shit. He's rich.
Yeah, he does what he wants.
I do what I want.
Mike, how about you?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Pocan Joe will be a regular member on Blast It or Stash It Now, so everyone go sub him up. Couple shout outs. I got brother and sister duo, Funko UK guy and the redheaded Funko. They're brother and sister. They have their own separate channels and they do videos together. So go check them out.
They do videos.
They do. Two girls, one cup, or whatever the fuck.
Oh my god, you had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there.
Hashtag doo-doo videos.
The doo-doo videos. Shout out to Davis Comic Finds.
They're not gonna watch it.
Shout out to Comics Misexplained, Comic Core. You know them guys on Friday night. Go check them out. Fucking who else was in here? Funko.
Jeremy was here for a minute.
Jeremy, everybody in the fucking chat. Hugs for everybody.
My nephew, Double S.
Double S Comic.
Yeah, he's my nephew.
Look,
okay, guys. We're going to bounce out of here. I think Mike's got to work early in the morning, don't you, Mike?
I do in a few hours.
Oh,
I got to get up at 5 a.m.
Oh, man. You are dedicated. You are dedicated to the Blast It or Stash It show. That's for sure. Make sure you go check us out on Facebook. Make sure you go check us out on Twitter. And, of course, check out our Patreon. Like I said, I'll have an update on that next week. I got some Walking Dead goodies, and I might add some else in there. I think I might change it up a little bit more, too. We'll definitely give you an update on that next week. So, guys, whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading.
That's Dave's feed bucket.
My feed bucket.
Put some corn in there, some cornmeal.